So in 2017, there was a massive amount of fraud done on my credit card where I had a £3,000 credit card. It was a limit of a £3,000 and it went over the limit by £1,500 5 separate times, even though I hadn't spent a penny. Now the TSB sent me a 20-page statement where not one of the transactions at any time, any date next to it. All the transactions have been made on an American Express card, which I have never owned an American Express card. Now this was done through the TSB bank at Baswell, Blackburn, which was closed down not long after, even though it was the busiest bank that you've ever been in, believe me. But I've just been on my account and I've just tried to up the payment amount to get this cleared, then I can close this account. And for some reason it's not letting me change the amount. I'm being stopped from being able to pay this fraudulent money off, which I shouldn't owe anyway, and it should have been investigated why a massive amount of money was defrauded on my account and then sent to the credit agency because I couldn't afford to pay it off. But that was money I didn't owe, that was money I didn't spend, that was money that was fraudulently taken from my account, and this needs to stop. All this corruption that I'm facing through Lancashire Police and members of Blackburn Borough Council, and it is Blackburn Borough Council in conjunction with Lancashire Police, and it does all stem from the fact that my ex-girlfriend's brother is of Asian heritage and is an inspector in the police, and it's all spanning from that, and I'm not keep putting up with it. I've put up with it for 10 years now, pure harassment, damage being done in my flat every single time I leave the flat. There are people coming in my home, damaging things. There's neighbours trying to harass me, intimidate me. They're standing in windows as I'm leaving the flat. They're standing in the windows as I'm getting home from the flat. There's been damage done whilst I've been out in them times. I've reported it to the police numerous times, must be up to 30 times now. Where the only thing that has come from me ringing the police is they have removed the CCTV cameras that I have mentioned that have looked over my property. That is the only outcome that has come from me ringing Lancashire Police on 101 and reporting my house being broken into and entered illegally and items being damaged and fraud being done, and the only thing that has come of it is the only CCTV camera on the street that looked over my property was completely removed the next day after I reported on the police 101 line that whoever is entering my property can be seen on that CCTV camera. Now that is a bit of a coincidence that I ring the police and report it on 101 to say whoever's entering my property can be seen on these CCTV cameras, and within 12 hours there's an engineer up a pair of ladders that completely removes that CCTV camera. Now I would have thought if I'm ringing the police to report people entering my property and damaging stuff, that the removing a CCTV camera that points onto my property would be the last thing to be done, not the first and only thing. So that kind of pretty much sums it up. If I'm mentioning on Police 101 lines that the CCTV camera on the church shows whoever is entering my property, and that is removed the next day, even though it's been there 8-10 years previous to that, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to work that one out. But this money that I was defrauded of by the TSB bank, a lot of money when you're not working, is £4,500, and that's what I was defrauded of, and I was having to pay back, I think it was 3,000 and something. I did pay £1,600 all in one go when I got some money a few years ago, and I've been trying to pay it up ever since and close that TSB account because my account is being tampered with all the time. Money is being taken every other day, just relentlessly being taken from my account, and I ring up and nothing's done. They're giving me false statements. I mean, I rang up because money went missing a few weeks ago, and the first transaction that they read me out when I said, right, go through every single transaction, the first transaction they read me out was from an item that I bought off Source BMX for £65, which was put into a pending transaction, but I paid that there and then. out my account, the money came out my account when I paid for the item there and then on the internet, but it had also been put into a pending transaction. So I've been being charged twice, and this is how they're doing it. Being charged twice on everything, having stuff going into pending transactions, so it's absolutely impossible to work anything out. Because they're saying, all right, you bought something on the 1st, and it's not been taken out until the 4th because it's been put into a pending transaction. But my money has been being taken out there and then when I order and buy stuff, and it's going into pending transactions, so it's been taken twice. And I've been able to prove this on numerous occasions, but absolutely nothing is being done.